How do dormant breast cancer cells reawaken? Imagine cancer cells lying low in the body, almost like they're taking a nap, waiting for the right moment to wake up. That's what happens with dormant breast cancer cells. They can stay inactive for years, hiding in places like the lungs, liver, or bones. But what causes them to stir back to life? It turns out, a lot depends on changes in their surroundings and how they interact with nearby cells. One big factor is the microenvironment, which is the tiny neighborhood where these cells live. When new blood vessels form, a process called angiogenesis, it can supply the cancer cells with the nutrients and growth signals they need to grow again. Inflammation or changes in the structure of the tissue outside the cells can also shift the environment from quiet to active. Think of it like a garden that suddenly gets more sunlight and water, encouraging dormant seeds to sprout. The immune system also plays a key role. Certain immune cells, like macrophages, produce proteins that help keep cancer cells dormant. But if these immune cells decrease or their signals get disrupted, the cancer cells can break free from their sleep state and start dividing again. It's a delicate balance, and when tipped, it can lead to metastasis, where cancer spreads to new areas. Inside the cancer cells, signaling pathways and self-produced molecules, called autocrine factors, help regulate whether they stay dormant or grow. Changes in these signals, such as growth factors or cytokines, can push the cells to exit dormancy. For example, if the signals that normally keep the cells in check weaken, the cells may begin to multiply. Surrounding stromal cells, like fibroblasts and other support cells, also influence this process. They secrete substances that can either help keep the cancer cells quiet or encourage them to grow. In the liver, for instance, certain cells releases IL-8, a molecule that can stimulate breast cancer cells to reactivate. The extracellular matrix, which is like the scaffolding around cells, can also change. When enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases break down or remodel this structure, it can remove the signals that keep cancer cells dormant. This remodeling can make the tissue more welcoming for cancer to grow. Finally, the internal survival mechanisms of dormant cells, such as their ability to use lysosomes to resist stress, can shift. When these pathways change, the cells may find it easier to re-enter the cell cycle and start dividing again. In essence, the reawakening of dormant breast cancer cells is a complex dance of signals and environmental shifts. Changes in blood vessel growth, immune activity, support cells, the extracellular matrix, and cellular signaling all contribute to whether these cells stay quiet or start growing anew. Understanding these processes is vital for developing strategies to prevent cancer from returning after treatment. Always remember, each person's situation is unique, so ongoing research and personalized medical advice are essential. If you or someone you know is dealing with breast cancer, consult healthcare professionals for tailored guidance and care.